My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. We're going to be playing the Silent on Ascension 20. Alright, we will get our win. You've been sitting on Ascension 20 for too long, Silent. I'll take my 6 max HP for the random rare relic, though. Oh, hoo, hoo, Tori! Whenever you receive 5 or less on blocked attack damage, reduced to 1. Incredibly neat. Alright. Do I want... I can't go for 4 elites on the first floor as the Silent. What do I think I am? Superman? Alright. We'll start on this path at the very least. Okay, so I actually can do a full defend this turn. As well as set up a single strike to kill the frontliner and 2 to kill the backliner. Easy. Lock Potion, Leg Sweep, Dagger Spray. Both of those are cards that I will take the first time I see them. Do I take Leg Sweep or do I take Dagger Spray first? I'm going to take Leg Sweep first, but if I end up fighting an AoE combat and I don't have... Oh! Kunai, every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 dex. Never mind, we now want shivs. Let's cut a single defend. Yikes. Garbage turn. Thank you for giving me the neutralize that turn at the very least, though, game. Much appreciated. Ugh. Alright, so now with 3 strikes from a kill, single turn, let's go. Let's get them all. Well, we got close-ish. And close enough to finish it off. Endless Agony is really good at incrementing the kunai. Leg Sweep is another leg sweep, but if I have a deck full of leg sweeps and no attacks, then I can't increment the kunai and I can't deal any damage. What a great opening turn right there. Every extra point of dex that we eke out using the kunai is worth, you know, what? A base level footwork? It's pretty good. Obviously, the best way to do this is with Cloak and Dagger, but who's to say if I'll find it? Don't want any of those. Also, don't want to go to an elite just yet. Gotta upgrade this neutralize, leg sweep, and then get an actual attack for this deck, because this deck doesn't really have one yet. And the lack of it is sadly incredibly obvious. I wanted to attack a game there, but I don't need to take damage. I gotta remind myself, right? This deck is great. I don't need to take damage at all with it. At the very least for the enemies that we're currently fighting. Fucking dagger. We can upgrade that in 2 spaces time. Remove a card from the deck. Yep. Let's get a strike out of there now. Paper Crane. Enemies with weak deal 40% less damage rather than 25% less. Literally, as soon as this deck finds a way, like, to deal damage, we will... We have such a good relic set. Game, please just give me a way to deal damage. If this, like... Noxious Fumes is obviously incredible. Like, any source of poison is obviously incredible for us at this point in time. What off the beaten path would I go for, though? Skewer? Yeah, I'd happily take Skewer, given the opportunity. Predator? Sure. Blade Darts versus Adrenaline, though. And Dodge and Roll is actually really good with the kunai. I think I do want to take and upgrade the Blade Dance, though. Literally just like a point of dex on will. It's also damage, right? 12 damage. I can't go for the Elite because if I want to upgrade another card, and I do want to upgrade another card, then the final boss is going to be a problem for us. So losing extra HP where I don't need to lose it, not a great idea. At least for us currently in this moment. Okay, enemy's not weakening me this turn, which does give me the ability to just hold off and then attack you with a bunch of stuff at the same time. Get my extra point of dex as well. Yeah, I don't need to take any damage this turn. Just gonna completely block, because these enemies can't be that aggressive consistently. Yeah. Okay, definitely Cloak and Dagger. And that's the best value we can get out of it. 6 points of dex. We have barely been in this combat for 6 turns. Incredible. Goodbye to the slime. I think I might actually just take a quick slash for some damage. And also upgrade it. If we aren't going to find any damage, we can't just wait for the best damage card. We just have to use what we have available to us at that point in time. Three points of dex on the first turn, don't mind me. No points of dex on the second turn, don't mind me. At the very least, we do have best defensive cards in this hand. We actually full defended the A20 slime boss's attack. That is not common. Well, I can't block next turn, so I have to split this turn. Oh my god, my next hand is so bad. I kind of just want to burn out all of the slimes. I will use the block potion because I actually do think I'm threatened this combat because of how bad that split was. That said, because this deck doesn't have any damage, I couldn't have expected that split to be better, right? So it's not a fair thing to be really lamenting. It was never going to be a good split for us. Oh my god. There are way too many slimes in the deck. Damn. I do actually get a little bit frustrated with that in the A20 fight. There are just so many slimes added to your deck every rotation. You have to break the enemy early, but you have to break them with suboptimal damage. And it just ends up being a whole issue. Alright, I think I will actually have to use the dex potion at this point, otherwise risk dying. We just need to thin down the field by a couple enemies here. Really? Uh-huh. There's so many goddamn slimes this fight. Ah, god damn it. My deck is mainly slimes. What is this? Yeah, we're just dead. Ooh, okay, so I strike the back, but then the front line is still dealing 18 if I don't weaken them. Yeah, I'm dead this turn no matter what. Oh well. Really good relic set, just didn't have the ability to deal any damage. It's not like we found a bunch of damage dealing. Like, literally, like, basically any poison card would have been taken there. Obviously Noxious Fumes, obviously Deadly Poison, obviously Corpse Explosion, etc, etc. Enemies next 3 combats. Could get me 1 elite. That said, only getting me 1 elite is kind of garbage. Yeah, we'll try it though. Attack potion as well as Infinite Blades. That's a way to deal damage at the very least. Let's get a strike out of there, I guess. Okay, so I can go here and then immediately veer off and remove the curse from the deck. Which is probably what I'm doing, but I still don't want to take that curse. Just don't want to take the curse because it increments the cost of other card removals, and I can't card remove something that would be more pressing to card remove. Just get backflip. Alright. Pantograph with the starter boss combat heal for 25 HP. Really good in Ascension 20. Noxious Fumes as well. Beautiful. Alright, I'm going to try and go for 2 elites in a row. This is going to put me really far ahead if I win, or I will die. There is no in between. Alright, Gremlin Knob. 8 damage this turn and 24. Okay, that's rough. Alright, let's... So skill potion for... I was ideally searching for defense, but without finding it, we'll still defend as much as we possibly can here. Because we're pushing for the kill next turn. How to get it. Beautiful. Alright. Bronze Scale. Start his combat with 3 Thorns, as well as Power Potion. Choose 1 of 3 random power cards out of your hand. It got 0 this turn, as well as a Leg Sweep. Great. Did want a defensive tool there. Preserved Insect. Enemy in elite combats have 25% less HP. Great pickup for us there. Obviously incredible. We use a Power Potion here to get 1,000 cuts so that we can play a bunch of cards, dealing damage to everyone in AoE. Neat. Just neat. Alright, I'll backflip, hopefully finding Survivor, which we do. Lovely. I'd love to play the Noxious Fumes, but I honestly don't think I can. I just have to rely on the 1,000 cuts. Because the front 2 liners have the... what would you call it? The artifact on them, it would have been a long time until I got a result. There we go. Would have been a really long time until I got a result from the Noxious Fumes. Hell yeah. I think we only took like 4, 5 damage in this fight. Meat on the bone. If your HP is out of below 50%, at the end of combat, equal to 12 HP. If only that had already triggered, we'd be in a much better position. I do think maybe I want to take a Bouncing Blast here literally just for stacking up poison on bosses. I kind of want to go for the extra elite. Is that bad? Let's go to the rest site first. Orichalcum, if you end your turn without block, gain 6 block. There's also Vajra. Vajra is less important. Orichalcum is actually really good right now. I'm taking it. And then we're going for the extra elite. Oh, what? It's a Gremlin Knob? Huh? You look like you think I care? Use the artifact if the Gremlin Knob tries to vulnerable me. Oh, you're trying to vulnerable me. So I'll use an artifact here. Already get fully blocked as well. Thank you, Orichalcum. I think it's possible I need to have played this Bouncing Blast to kill the enemy. It does guarantee the enemy dies, though. At only the cost of 3 extra damage to me. Yeah, I couldn't have killed the enemy if I didn't play the Bouncing Blast. Beautiful. Strawberry, raising max HP by 7. Neat, as well as a well-laid plans. Yeah, we'll take that. We have a vaguely poison deck at this point in time, so well-laid plans is always nice with that. We'll keep the strike because it's possible the enemy starts going super defensive this turn. Yeah, with the bellow. And I guess I'll keep defend just to try and defend against the next turn's incoming damage. I'll also hold on to the Bouncing Flask in case we get the opportunity to knock that off. And we do immediately. Beautiful. Bye, Jawworm. And hello to the final elite we're going to fight this floor. We are going all out on the elites. Another backflip, good lord. Thank you. Lagavulin, we can even wait until we have both of the powers up before we do anything here. Bouncing Flask this hand. That's not that great. Alright, so we'll hold Bouncing Flask, and then we open with Noxious Fumes Bouncing Flask. And I'm getting these shivs out of the deck because I don't want them in there. I will hold the Survivor for the most impactful single card block in the deck, save the Leg Sweep. But that's only because I don't have the Leg Sweep at the moment. Speaking of not having the Leg Sweep at the moment, it would be good if we had the Leg Sweep at that point in time. At this point, I should actually be comfortable kind of just blocking. The enemy will die eventually, without much of our involvement. So this deck has all of the damage that it needs. Stark contrast to the prior deck we ran. Wylark Vorlin. These are a lot of relics, but not many of them are impactful. Ancient T-Set, whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat with 2 extra energy, as well as Catalyst and Footwork. Footwork's obviously incredible, but Catalyst is a win condition, so let's take the Catalyst and upgrade it immediately. And we already have the ability to hold the Catalyst as well with a well-laid plan, so it's great so far. Hopefully I can find a way to poison the enemy this turn. Really? Not at all. So I just get to hold the Catalyst? Great. No, that's great. What? Sarcastic? Never. All right. We'll hold the Catalyst for the right turn and try and get maximum damage before it splits the enemy. Or rather, before we split the enemy. Catalyst gains. The enemy takes 22 this turn, another 21, and they will be 24. Another 24, and they... Yeah. Now it's time to triplicate that damage. Throw a strike, use a slime, and hold on to a backflip. Beautiful. Everyone gets their 3 at the start of this turn as well. Hell yes, we have this locked. Alright, Corpse Explosion. Corpse Explosion, what else? Wraith Form. Did I die? Adrenaline Unload. Probably just Adrenaline there. Not having extra energy is really dangerous with this deck because of the Leg Sweep, the Bouncing Flask, and the 2 backflips. So passing up on the Ectoplasm is really bad. We do have the Golden Idol, so enemies are dropping more gold. We can get more value out of that gold as well, but missing out on the energy to take, what, Calling Bell? No, that kills me. Pandora's Box? That probably kills me. Well, does it probably kill me? Backflip, backflip, Survivor. All of my damage and most of my defense is actually outside of the base set. You know what? Pandora's Box. Noxious Forms, great. Corpse Explosion, great. Wraith Form, great. I would have liked a couple defend cards here, at the very least. Bane is good damage. Grand Finale is hilarious. Distractions, Choke's pretty bad. Outmaneuver's pretty bad. Acrobatics, we don't have much extra energy, so it's also kind of pretty bad. I mean, we got some really good, like, straight-up bangers from that, but a lot of mash as well. Okay, no need to use Wraith Form here, but I will Acrobatics to drop it. Well, we have Concentrate to get extra energy back. Okay. Let's discard the Bouncing Flask and the Backflip and the Survivor. And then just make our next turn a lot better. Hey, we have a bunch of energy for this turn. Isn't that fun? And then also I'm just gonna, like, straight up murder the backliner. Another Leg Sweep. Great. Great pickup. 1 in 20 cards. Sure. Another Catalyst. That's always appealing. There's also another Footwork with as few defense as we actually have in the deck at this point. That might be appealing. Second Catalyst, though. Thwack, I was knocked unconscious. I was worried about this. Okay, what do I actually do in this combat? Do I try and compete? I can't hold any defense for the next turn is the big problem there. Like, my typical plan is already screwed out the gate. Corpse Explosion, and then I Wraith Form next turn. Great. Having Wraith Form in a turn, in a deck that already has well-laid plans as well, I mean, oh, beautiful. So I can Catalyst the enemy in the back line, but then I can't Wraith Form. Yeah, so that means I just Wraith Form, hold the Catalyst. EZPZ. Oh. And I'm fighting for victory. Because I have the Corpse Explosion, I think that's actually something I can... Oh, no. We have the Corpse Explosion in the opening hand. Oh, no. That's a problem. Okay, I focus on the frontliner. So the frontliner is going to deal 57 in damage to the Gremlin Knob. So the Gremlin Knob is a lot easier to kill here. Can't backflip for damage. I did 6 more damage to the backline. Yeah, 6 more damage to the backline, they actually die. Wait, but I could also just do that, cop my 5 this turn. Not even cop 5 this turn. Never mind. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Alright. Pocket Watch. Whenever you play 3 or less cards during your turn, draw 3 additional cards at the start of your next turn, and Mummified Hand. Whenever you play a power card or random card in hand, costs 0 for that turn. Beautiful. Deadly Poison. Probably not necessary, and it probably tilts our deck a little bit more towards... more towards offense rather than defense, and we really want defense. There's another Catalyst here. I think in a deck like this, you just don't turn down Catalyst. Let's definitely remove the Grand Finale first. Oh wait, no, we can still get money. Never mind. I thought I had to start avoiding money, but no. Not at all. Not even slightly. Okay, having Noxious Fumes out is obviously real good. Oh, that hit Bane. I guess. Gotta remember to play my pass first. I keep forgetting about that. I mean, I guess I do just Wraith Form. Very glad for what it hit, though. I Wraith Form there because the enemies aren't alive enough more turns to attack me after that. If we had a full work in the deck, yes, then I would take the dodge and roll, but we don't, so I won't. Woo! Yes! We actually got the cheap leg sweep. That's actually really good. All right, let's Bouncing Blast, drop the Catalyst really early here, keep another leg sweep. We have 2 more Catalysts in the deck. We don't need that Catalyst to be the finishing Catalyst. So I will be taking 4 damage this turn, but I want you to know that we will be killing the enemy as a result of just that 4 damage, and that is pretty damn rad. All these smooth stones start each combat with 1 dex. Neat. Probably none of those, though. Ouch. Let's backflip a couple times here, looking for defense. Oh, didn't find it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Distraction. Uses Malaise. That's some defense at the very least, as long as I use it with 1 energy. So I get to retain at the end of my turn. I mean, how many poison? I have a bouncing catalyst in my deck. Okay, never mind. Bouncing catalyst, sorry, a bouncing flask. To catalyze in my deck. Ugh, not with this hand though. Alright, I guess we hold on to a leg sweep here. Cannot afford anything else. Alright, we'll start with Adrenaline, then probably Wraith Form. It hit Acrobatics, the draw card. Thank you, game. Thank you very much. Alright, we'll hold on to the Bouncing Blast because we know the other Catalyst is in the deck. Yeah. And thankfully we got it. Whew. All works out in the end. Explosive Potion that we don't need. A bunch of defense that we don't really want there. Well, I say bunch of defense. Defense that we don't really want there. Yikes. The Acrobatics. Oh, that didn't help as much as I hoped it would. Hit choke. Oh, it hit choke. Beautiful. We desperately needed that to hit choke. Unfortunately, we also went past the Noxious Fumes and we can't use that this round. Well-laid plans did hit the Wraith form, which I kind of suspected, especially because I can't play it this turn, so it's the perfect turn to hit it as far as the game is concerned. You know what? It's not the only turn I can't play it, and I am going to play it. Here's the reasoning why. Next turn, I get the ability to Corpse Explode and then Catalyst, and then the turn after that is where I actually start getting threatened. Also, it leaves me intangible for the turn where the Gremlin Wizard is doing its big hit, so ha 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 ha. Cop that, Gremlin Wizard. Found both of the other Catalysts, and that's the Elite down. Beautiful. Oh, hell yes. Peace Pipe. You can now remove cards from your deck at rest sites. We will be abusing that. Thank you very much. Weak Potion will take over the Fear Potion, definitely. Molten Egg. Whenever you have an attack card to your deck, you upgrade it. I don't know how commonly that's going to happen. There are a lot more cards that I need to upgrade, though, so I don't know if I am going to get any value out of the Peace Pipe, despite the fact that I just said that I would. Alright, back flip. Back flip. Noxious, Noxious. That's Acrobatics. Didn't really find anything I was looking for there, unfortunately. Yeah, let's outmaneuver some extra energy for the next turn, just in case. And then start attacking the enemy with the highest HP total. Alright, so everyone gets 5. Actually, everyone gets 5, so I shouldn't have attacked the enemy with the highest HP total. The one with the lowest HP total would have been the correct target for me. Great. Both of those hit the lowest cost. Oh, well. You had to actually split across the board with that. Just asking for a friend. Who also wants to know. Seriously? Big old Catalyst. Alright. Bronze, Backstab, Flechette, Crippling Cloud. Crippling Cloud is really good. It's just not upgraded yet. Flechette, Backstab. Flechette's fine. Backstab's okay as well. I'm going to take the Crippling Cloud, though. Seems essential. Well, at least it did lower the cost of one of the things that I did plan to play this turn. Alright. Taking the leg sweep at the very end. Alright, if this Bouncing Flask all hits the frontliner, didn't all hit the frontliner, but it kind of hit the frontliner a little bit at least. I'm gonna just get as much poison on the frontliner here as possible. Oh no! The Funky Beast in the backline dies before I actually take the damage, so I take more damage than I intended there. However, that extra damage puts us below half of our max HP, so the Meat on the Bone heals us up. As it turns out, it was an accidentally excellent play. I'm full of those. Accidents is what I mean. If we don't get an energy relic after this boss, then we're in actual problem town. I'm going to take a flying knee to try and alleviate part of the energy problems we're having at the moment. Alright. I've just lost my biggest catalyst, so it's really important that I get out as much damage there as possible. Wraith form, like sweet, sweet. There's another catalyst in the deck, and we've found it. For lethal. Lovely. So I did have to use a poison potion there, but that's not that much to have to invest. Regal Pillow, whenever you rest, heal an additional 15 HP, as well as Eviscerate, Deadly Poison, Sneaky Strike. I am actually feeling now that I have too little direct poison. Willy plans. Yeah, there's no ordering consideration really to be made here. Choke. Ugh. Alright, so we'll play Choke just because it's free, but not super interested in actually having the results bit. Alright, Adrenaline. Find me something good. No? Not interested? Alright, Distraction. No? Also not interested? That's fine, I guess. That did end up dealing a lot of damage to the Centurion, but it didn't reduce the incoming damage, unfortunately. It's really important that we don't kill the frontliner here because we should still have Corpse Explosion in the deck, and that'll have the ability to kill the backliner for us. Wrapped up in it. I immediately forgot what I just said. Evidence seems to indicate. At the very least, I knew that we were going to have 171 poison coming up immediately thereafter. What do you mean I didn't know? Of course I knew. Another flying knee. Ugh, I hate that I'm taking them, but I can't guarantee that I'm going to get a boss relic after this fight. It's champ. The champ shouldn't be a problem for us, especially with 3 catalysts. As long as I draw my cards in the right order, we should be fine. Is this the right order? Is it now the right order? Because, gee, it's sure feeling a lot like the right order right now. We get 2 turns of the enemy taking that damage before they actually try and split again. If I get the extra catalyst here at the end, we just win. Wait, never mind. We get another free turn of it. Oh, right. Yeah, 2 free turns. Yeah, sorry, I counted incorrectly. I knew that this was going to be a free turn. All right. Catalyst next turn, we win. Good fight. Very glad I went for the upgrade in ahead of it. Stereo Potion. Gain 5 strength. At the end of your turn, lose 5 strength. Burst or Wraith Form. Second Wraith Form gives us a lot more time to get those catalysts off. Burst, obviously, bursting catalyst is ridiculous. The problem is, I feel too often I'll end up with Burst Catalyst and not Burst sources of poison, so I'm going to take the Wraith Form. I mean, if I had an Energy Relic, then I would take the Snecko-Eye, but I can't take the Snecko-Eye because I have an Energy Relic. I'm going to take the Philosopher's Stone here. Alright, I just need to get as safely to the bosses of this floor as I possibly can. Is there any path that fights no elites? There is no path that fights no elites, because this one over here fights that. This one fights that, then that, then that. So there's no path that fights no elites. There's a path that only fights one, has an early shop and a bunch of question marks. That's going to be ours. That sounds a lot like ours. Definitely should have played the choke earlier there, by the way. Apologies. I also feel like I probably should have defended more on that first turn. No need to be timid about it. Alright, distraction. Ooh, you found an expertise, did ya? Okay, well, I'm gonna play 2 cards out of my hand. Expertise, finding... There we go, the Corpse Explosion. You're always gonna get it. No, even with the pre-upgrade, Predator's not good enough. Glowing Tesseract, I'll only take the 1 card here. Finesse, it's fine. Upgrade all cards, you can no longer heal. No, we still end up taking damage, and we'll be taking damage between boss fights, so Pantograph healing us is incredibly important. Upgrade all cards does need a significant cost, but that's a very significant cost. Do I want to start Wraithform this turn? I think I do. Because this is the turn it needs to be active for, this second turn. And instead, on this second turn, I can go as aggressive as I would like in terms of poison. And get the enemy damn near close. Goodbye, Hexaghost. That's how I feel like a lot of my boss fights should go, ideally. Thread and Needle, Studies Combat 4-plated armor. Very neat pickup for us right there. Oh my god. Okay, so we have Enlightenment. Enlightenment can reduce the cost of Bouncing Blast, Leg Sweep, Choke, Wraithform, and Corpse Explosion. Yeah. I still don't know if I want it, though, is the actual thing about that. Giving ourselves extra defense doesn't really matter that much. 1 block card, 2 block card, 3 block card, 4 block card, 5. There's 5 in a deck of 29 cards. We definitely want to remove a card. That one is definitely going to be Choke as well. Choke turns up so often that I don't want it here. I mean, I could take the Footwork, but I don't think I need to. Or rather, I think it might actually be a bad idea to. Unless I take Footwork and then dodge and roll and then only take defensive cards from here on out, so I don't play the Wraithforms as commonly. But I think I just upgrade the Wraithforms and do play them as commonly as I currently am. This is many attacks in a single turn. Well, that we probably never trigger Shuriken or Nunchaku. So is there a later shop on this floor? Yeah, there is, literally at the very end. All right, fine. We'll save up for that. This whole shop kind of seems bad for us. Yep. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's my turn 1 solved. Just gonna win the fight, if you don't mind. Get my rare relic. Unceasing Taunt. Whenever you have no cards in hand during your turn, draw a card, as well as dodge and roll. Pre-upgraded. Alright, I'll take that. It's already pre-upgraded. Smith another card. Both of these Wraithforms need to be upgraded. Extremely obviously. The only problem is, ideally, I don't want to be adding that many cards to my deck. So that frontliner dies next turn. But if I draw Corpse Explosion, it's fine. If I don't, then I just have the next target down to Corpse Explode instead. Damn it! This is a mosquito this entire time. I'm not trying to applaud it. I'm just trying to... I'm trying to brutally murder it. I gotta be honest with you. Things aren't going excellently. It is evading all of my blows and acting like my attempts to clap it out of existence are applause for its agility. It's really quite frustrating. Alright, we got it. Corpse Explosion being in the very bottom of the deck is really rough. Corpse Explosion or Wraith Form both being on the bottom of the deck is really, really rough. So we probably don't want to make this deck much thicker. Probably don't want anything there. Next upgrade is another Wraith Form. Thank you. Darkstone Periads. Whenever you obtain a curse, increase your max HP by 6. I don't know about that one. Don't feel like I'm going to be fulfilling any of the trigger conditions for that. Corpse Explosion, Bouncing Flask, and everything else on the first turn. Only problem is we're about to take a bunch of damage. Okay, so how do I play as many cards from my hand as possible this turn? I can play all but one. But I have to play Catalyst first. No, I play Distraction first, definitely, right? Ooh. This could be lethal. Didn't hat Catalyst, that's good. So 16 by 3 is 18, 30, 48. That's lethal. Hell yes. Ghost in a Jar! Ugh, so good for us. Gain 1 intangible. Incredible for our boss fight. Possibly gets us through the elite fight instead, but I really hope it's still around until the boss fight. Okay. So this will at least kill the backliner, and I take no damage this turn as a result of it. So yes, it doesn't kill the targets ideally that I wanted dead at that point in time. But it does okay. That'll do. Whew. Polish Mauler for the very end. Take a Liquid Bronze. Thorns are fine, but we don't really want to be in a fight for that long. Yeah, this is going to be a really rough fight for us. I always knew it would be, though. So my main goal in this combat is just going to be get as much poison on the enemy as quickly as possible, and then blow them up. That said, the Wraith Form extending how long I can live for is so neat. Okay. I think I should probably start the Wraith Forms. Catalyst number 1. We'll hold a distraction just in case it gives us catalyst number 2. I mean, or we could just draw 2 catalysts. That might work as well. Stone Calendar at the end of turn 7 deal 52 damage to all enemies, as well as a regen potion we're not going to take, as well as a piercing whale we might. Yeah, that's pretty good in a lot of the boss fights. Ooh, enemies with weak deal 40% less damage rather than 25% less. Yes, that's really good. How much weak causing do I have? I've got the Crippling Cloud. I've got leg sweeps galore. Beautiful. Bottled Lightning won't pick up, choose a skill. Started combat that on the opening hand. I mean, I would put Corpse Explosion there, but we only have one more floor fight, and then we've got the Time Eater, so we don't even know if we have the Awakened One or Donu and Decker after that. Actually, hang on, Awakened One or Donu and Decker, both of those we're going to want Corpse Explosion in our opening hand. It's just whether or not we more than that want Adrenaline in our opening hand. I'm going to put Corpse Explosion there. I will also remove another bad card from the deck. Where's another bad card in this deck? And Distraction is pretty annoying. Outmaneuver is pretty annoying as well. Alright, outmaneuver. I would think about taking another Noxious Fumes at this point, but we have a lot of powers in the deck already, so the Awakened one is... but also we don't want to be in the fight for that long. Yeah, I think we're out. It's either that or Impatience at this point. I have no high cost attacks. Sure, Impatience. That'll do, pig. That'll do. I mean, 33 damage on turn 1 is okay, but the fact that it promises so much damage after that is real good. I have to play both of these Flying Knees if I actually want to use the Impatience for draw. Wild as hell. Yeah, I'm about to take a lot of damage in this boss fight. Like 12 this turn. 12? Only 8. Oh, neat. Only 8 this turn. That said, it's totally okay because I heal up 25 going into the boss fight from the Pantograph anyway. Corpse Explosion upgrade is actually really nice. So's the other Noxious Fumes, so's Corpse Explosion. Corpse Explosion, I mean, it's in my opening hand. I'm always going to be playing it at the opening of the fight. Corpse Explosion Bouncing Flask is 18. Then Catalyst is a triplication of that, so 56, 54, sorry. And then 54 tripled is 154. I'm gonna do this. 154, 162. I'm gonna do this. If I draw Catalyst either this turn or next turn, we win. So my whole game plan is just draw as many cards as I can. There's the Catalyst. We win. Boss fight down. Time for the second boss fight. What do you think? That boss fight's got enough for me? No. Not at all, Dono and Decker. Beautiful. Yes. Okay, Dono and Decker is really good for us for one reason. And that reason is because I'll play Ghost in the Jar in the first turn, and then Crippling Cloud, removing 2 debuffs from each of them, then a Corpse Explosion in the back line, applying the debuff that when this enemy dies, it deals its max HP to all other enemies. And now I just play this normally. So I have lost a Wraith Form, and I have lost a Catalyst in this shuffle. I do have to be concerned about that. Just a little, not undue concern, but concern. Oh, you hit the same target 3 times! Why? How did you do that? I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Well, this whole thing has gone splendidly, if I do say so myself. And I do, hence having done just so a moment ago. Let's hold on to this leg sweep, and that is going to be our Silent Ascension 20 victory. I knew it would be coming along at a reasonable pace for us. Poison is real strong, yo. Also, getting that first Wraith Form from the Pandora's Box transformation was really, really impactful as well. It allowed us to ignore a lot of defense and rely on the Wraith Form as well as the combination of the Orichalcum and later on the Thread and Needle to defend us while we were being really aggressive with our potions. Our poisons rather. 2,281 on the score. Decent victory. And we will proceed to our end screen so that I can say that my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There's a playlist in the description down below with all my content on the game, past, present, and future, and hopefully we'll see you next time.